It was so great seeing all of you guys at ABM. The energy and the passion that you guys all bring is something that's incredibly infectious. And Mike Wolf and I had circled back after ABM to decide how it is that we can help you guys keep that momentum moving forward with the messaging that we had. So we're doing a series of recordings, and this is the first of those series. The reason why we wanted to do these recordings was because we wanted to remind everybody that the number one reason people choose a publisher is actually you, the rep. It is not a technology, it is not a curriculum, it is none of those things. So we also talked at ABM about the opportunity that's out there in front of you. I had mentioned the Tiger Woods story about how he stated he's never there. And there is $345 million worth of opportunity in front of each of you. And the question is, how hungry are you to go out there and get it and have that mentality that you're never there? We also did acknowledge at ABM that, a lot of you feel that you're at a capacity issue, and how do you continue to grow? And I challenged you to think about this differently. It's not a capacity issue, but actually a prioritization issue. So how do we prioritize your time in order to make it effective for you to help you grow your business? Because one of the things we need to make sure is that you guys are out there focusing on your local competitor. I don't want you guys worrying about Herff Jones at the national level or Walsworth or anything like that, because each of you goes to market differently, as do your competitors, as the stories they tell. So how are you going to man up and actually beat them at that local level? It's like I talked about soccer. We were on the field as a team, but there was those moments where we'd yell, man up, and then we had to go and mark our man and shut them down to help our team win. So again, how do you know the strengths and weaknesses of that competitor in order to do so? Because we need each of you guys to put up $65K at minimum for 2020 in new business. In 2019, only 25% of the reps actually met that goal. And the reason why we say 65K is because we're looking at how to help you keep your business at the level it is and or grow it even more. So that's why we're putting that target out there for you.
Well, thanks, Tammy. And like Tammy said, it's all about positioning yourself against your local competition and showing your prospect schools how you can support them better. And one example of this that we talked about at ABM was the brand new distribution tickets. Obviously, the tickets are a great tool to use with your current customers, and it's live and available to all of them right now because we've incorporated the tickets to all student statements in Yearbook Avenue. But when you think about these distribution tickets, it's important to think of them as prospecting tools as well. Especially right now through the spring as schools are preparing for and executing distribution events. I think we all know that distribution can come with lots of headaches. It's basically a fact that some of your prospect advisors are either going to be super stressed out on distribution day or disappointed with how the event goes. That's why it's so great that we have this method that addresses those concerns. It's proven to work, and it gives you the opportunity to have a conversation with a prospect advisor where you can say, hey, Ms. Advisor, Jostens has a new system of distribution for yearbooks. It might not be a solution for every school, but it's really been a great fit for advisors that get a lot of questions from parents or students on distribution day about whether they bought a book or not. And it definitely works for schools that want to get books handed out really fast so students have time to enjoy and sign the yearbook. And it's been great for advisors that are so tired of chasing down kids that didn't pick up a book at the end of the year. Ms. Advisor, do any of those things sound like issues you face? You see, it's very likely that those are issues they face, which gives you a chance to talk about this exclusive new ticketing solution. And even more broadly, you can talk about Jostens' commitment to supporting our school's distributions events because we believe that their yearbook staff's hard work on the yearbook all year long calls for a smooth and meaningful and celebratory event. And because we believe that Yearbook Day is an important tool and tradition in building overall school climate and culture. As recently communicated in our ABM follow-up, we have put lots of great resources on the Learning Center for you related to the distribution tickets. Included in that are 2 testimonial videos from real-life advisors talking about the benefits of the system that you can use when you're out there prospecting. So check them out and let us in marketing know if you have any questions.
Thanks so much to Mike for sharing that. And I actually love the fact that Mike did a 30-second commercial for you guys. I know Mike's hungry enough, but the question is, are you guys hungry enough to go after it? Because the one thing I do know is that you guys, we are better than our competition. I shared with you guys all the Salesforce chatter that was put up. In addition, I've got this text message that's going to pop up here in a second that was shared right after ABM from Jay Hall. And everybody was just talking about their Jostens rep and how amazing they are. You guys are amazing, and you are the number one thing that is purchased. So again, I'm going to go back to the 3 asks that I had of you at ABM. Number 1, expose and understand the strengths and weaknesses of your local competitor. Number 2, I need you to man up and really mark them and shut them down. And number 3, I need you guys to get off the sidelines, get in the game, and really decide to compete. And I know you guys can do that. And I appreciate your time today.
All right, we're going to end this with another poem, and it's really fitting because today it took me 2 hours and 17 minutes to get to work. There's a reason for that, so that's partially what this poem's about. 5 weeks ago, you were all up here, and now we miss having you around, but it's probably best you got out when you did before getting frozen to the ground. You see, after you left came the polar vortex. Wind chills were 55 below, and once that moved out, we got another treat in the form of several feet of snow. Minnesota winters can cause some challenges. The drive to work is way, way slower, but at least this winter I made a new best friend, and his name is my snowblower. It's kind of hard to be even more annoying than this Minnesota weather, but I know some folks that are just that. I call them Diane and Trevor. These are the made-up names I use to refer to your local rep competition, so let's get into their schools and have some fun, and all unite around the mission of showing schools that Jostens reps bring unparalleled solutions. And just one of these examples is our ticketing system for distribution. These tickets address a divisor pain point. They make yearbook traffic flow, and schools that use them say they're hot, hopefully so hot they'll melt this snow. So thank you for your time today. Thanks for your commitment to compete. And to our rep friends living in the South, can you please email us some heat? Thanks.
Hey, Wolf.